Hey, welcome to the Gang Breaks Kayfabe. We are a 5-star podcast, and we are here to review the Evolution PLE that just happened recently.
I hate the word
PLE.
Please don't use that.
I use the PLE. I'm trying to keep things appropriate.
You've already made Draven mad, and we're just in the intro.
Look, Uncle Paul will thank me. He'll send me the thumbs up, and I'll eventually get to take a picture with him.
That's why you don't have the doll off his desk, and I do, or whatever they're called.
I think you just admitted to a crime.
I do have Brett.
It's not theft, it's at least mail fraud.
Well, technically Triple H said, do you have kids? And he said, yeah. He said, here, give this to them. Austin didn't say he was going to give it to his kids, so...
True.
Or whoever name, you're incriminating everyone you know.
Right. Say whoever the name of the person that gave you that.
We'll say it's not Austin.
Right. It's Austin.
That's the one.
Wasn't Stone Cold. Got it.
Yes. Well, me and Steve haven't been the same. I got to raise myself up. You're going to see my bald spot too much.
Rise up. Rise up. So, like I said, I'm Cash. We got Aaron Draven, Omega Draven, Jason right there. He's our smart mark. And then Tim.
That's right.
Tim Vance. Violent Vance does, but that's how you show up on my screen. Tim Vance.
Yeah, I chose that. So.
Okay. Violent Vance does, but three of us are former and or current professional wrestlers. And like I said, Jason there is our smart mark. So we are live from State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia for this show.
I was going to say we are not.
We're not live.
Different homes.
And I didn't watch it live. I watched it today. And Peacock, I'm just going to let you know. I'm going to call you out, Peacock, right here, right now. Your service sucks.
Hey, let me sell my stock before you say something publicly.
Ooh. Cash is not a fan of the cock.
It took me over 4 hours to watch a 3-hour show that I also fast-forwarded through bits of.
Probably had 45 minutes of wrestling on it.
So, anyways, though, this is the second ever Evolution PLE.
Never again. No. We say pay-per-view around these parts.
Did you pay? Well, okay, I did pay. Yeah, you're okay. Sure.
Even my 12-year-old is against the term PLE.
Look, I'm against it too. It's what I wrote down. Yeah. Okay.
I'll say it. She's like pay-per-view.
Yeah. I mean, Peacock is one of the networks that I'm not currently using somebody else's login for, so I did pay to view it. So
samesies.
But this is the second Evolution pay-per-view. It's been 7 years since the first one, which is wild to me.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, 7 years.
I thought it was longer.
Really? And over 8,000 were in attendance at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta. Was a really good crowd, I thought. I thought the crowd was did some work throughout the show. I thought they were pretty good. But Joe Tessitore opens the show and brings out his co-host, our favorite, Stephanie McMahon.
Don't you say anything negative, anybody.
I will not. Other than
I would never.
Other than
oh God.
Joe asked Stephanie what match is she most looking forward to, or what match is she thinks going to steal the show, or something like that. And she kind of does the I love all my children by saying that it's just impossible to pick one. They're all
so. And then she does. Yeah.
Unfortunately, she goes with Jade, Cargill, and Naomi street fight, which, spoiler alert, it did not live up to that hype. And from there, we get Joe Tessitore pitching it to Michael Cole and Wade Barrett, and we are off to our opening match.
Before we get to the first match, Jason, are you going to help defend this pay-per-view against these sons of bitches? Because I feel it coming. I feel it in the
Here's the
tone of
thing.
his voice.
So I rewatched it, and I feel like we talked it up a good game. So there's that.
Don't you turn
However,
on me.
before,
Don't you turn on
no,
me.
you're fine. I still got you. But before we actually get to the first match, we threw it to the commentators. We have Stephanie with the talking. She's our host.
Yeah.
We have all female refs. We have female interviewers in the back. We couldn't find any female commentator. Is there any with any company? They, at least for the first time, had Renee still around.
Renee Moxley good.
Yeah.
That was
on the
that was one of
Indies.
the first-
Veda Scott, Speedball
Yeah.
Mike Bailey's wife, his tag partner in the team, Birdlaw.
Veda Scott's very good. Yeah. That is one of the first notes on my overall thoughts page. It really, a female announced commentator would have went a long way. I mean, even if you just have Stephanie, somebody like.
Was Renee
Right.
good? I don't remember, actually.
She was all right, but she, more than the guys, I think Vince was feeding her line, so it was really like Vince talking through her, and less her just doing her own speaking.
And then, if I remember, there was something she would, like a habit she had that people jumped all over her for. Like there was a certain reaction she had that she overdid, kind of. And I remember people
She kept
jumping
saying,
all over that.
That sounds like a Vince thing, though, because everybody had their thing that he made them
no.
say over and over. Vintage.
It's like, hold a maneuver. Hold a maneuver. And also, like, it didn't help that Wade Barrett was kind of every once in a while leaning into the Jerry the King Lawler school of commentary.
yeah, he had been listening to Booker T on NXT a lot.
Yeah, but we do get we get our opening, which is the triple threat for the women's intercontinental title. Becky Lynch is here to defend the belt against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria.
There you go.
Yeah, I always want to say Valkyria. That's not it. Now I was afraid at first. I thought I was going to dislike this match because it immediately starts in a way that I hate when triple threat matches or any kind of multi-person match starts. Bayley immediately hits Lyra and she bumps to the floor and sells long enough for Bayley and Becky to have a little thing.
We call that the cheat way. I literally say, hey, do you want to do the cheat way and the three-way where one of us gets knocked out and just have singles because that's way easier to put together? And almost everyone says yes.
Way easier than trying to come up with creative three-way chain that interlocks different dudes doing different. Yeah,
that just looks phony anyway. So,
well, it's also way easier when you're in front of like 20, 30 people and not on TV instead of 8,000 on a global audience. But it quickly picked up from there, and I don't feel like it really stopped.
Speaking,
go ahead.
Of the names, Vince would never allow that Lyra Valkyria.
Because none of us can say it.
Yeah. He wouldn't allow that, right? She'd been Lyra or just Valkyria.
Yeah, probably Valkyria.
Yeah. By now, she would have just had one name.
I kind of wish.
Yeah, but he would have really liked the wings that she wears out to the ring. So,
which were like so damn big that I feel like she couldn't move with them. Did anyone else think? Took them off. Did anyone else think Birds of War when they saw that from Always Sunny?
Always.
My immediate thought was put her in a stable with 3 other people dressed up as birds and or 2 other people as birds. Let's do this.
All right.
But speaking of her, she's good, man. This match, this feud really has done, like, Becky and Bayley went out of their way to make her look good in this match. I thought, like, she was the star. I thought she does not feel like a third wheel in there. I thought the match was really, really good.
Yeah, and I was concerned about that because, like, when Bayley initially turned on her, she just kind of fell in the ring and then just sat there and then just kept staring at her like, I don't know what to do, or, like, just wasn't selling what was going on. But there was none of that in this match. Like, she definitely seemed like she was a part of it, and I really expected her to win because the other two don't need the belt to keep feuding because they have a history that people will still be interested in the two of them, whether they're going after the belt or not. So, but because she wasn't left behind, I think she'll be fine on the back end too.
And then when we get to the second part of this podcast later, when me and Cash share our AEW women's card that we think is going to be as good as this one was, I tried to keep the same structure too. So my opener is a triple threat that has like two really established people and one not so much. And I kept that going throughout the whole AEW show.
One with wings.
Yes, there is one woman with wings in the triple threat. Surprisingly enough.
Man, Draven is really strict.
Yeah, I mostly stuck with the format, but I did change it up in a couple spots because of a reason we'll get to. Tim's dead.
We'll have a floating head here popping in and out here. Perfect use of the graphic design skills.
You all right?
Now Draven's really going to have to do some editing because he's going to have to edit.
God, so many floating heads and.
In your world, how long were you gone, Tim?
1 second.
Okay.
Oh, we're done with the whole
days.
show.
That's weird. We got through the whole podcast without you.
So I really liked how the match actually, the stuff they did in the match actually worked with the finish. Like, it backed it up and made sense because they went throughout the entire match. They were going for quick pins and stuff and trying to catch each other out of nowhere. And then that's what the finish was.
What a banger roll up that was too.
Yeah, It was awesome. Very cool.
I'd never seen that, and how fluid. There was no hitch in it, like something like that. There's always
so creative.
Yeah, there's always a little jank, when you do something like that, especially live. You'll get it in practice, but man, they nailed it right off the bat, and it looked good.
That's what I said. I said Becky retains with a slick roll through backslide to get the 3 count on Bayley. And then the match never, after the first bump where Lyra bumps to the floor and then comes back, once they get going, the match never really felt like it had any kind of lull. There was always something happening. I thought it was a great opener. The exact opposite of what you want with how you start AEW All In this year. They did the exact opposite with a banger that got everybody on their feet.
Right.
I have this match at a 4 out of 5. I thought it was excellent.
I had 3.75, but pretty much the same thing. I thought the work throughout was solid, and I had pretty high expectations, and it still cleared them.
I had 3.75 too, so I was with you.
And I had a 4.25 because I was expecting Lyra to shrink in there with the other two, and she didn't. So extra points.
Well, and I thought that at certain points, the build-up to this has all been a little bit clunky, with Bayley, the commentary put up, I don't know if we've talked about this already, but the commentary put over that Bayley hadn't won a match since her return while she was in a number one contendership match for the IC title, that she'd already lost an opportunity.
Right.
So the build-up to this was a little but the match was great, I thought. The match has saved the whole thing. So from there, the crowd is on their feet. The first match did its job. And then we get a follow-up with the NXT Women's Championship match. Jayne, the champion with Fatal Influence, is defending against Jordynn Grace, who is joined by newcomer Blake Monroe. And it is so very hard for me to forget her name's
what people's names are.
Is she related to Dorian now?
Yes, I believe so, by last name. Yeah. So I was immediately confused by what Jayne's group was called because
So I was confused about her existing.
Okay.
I was like, Jayne. I was like, I don't even know who this is.
Well, she's also now your TNA Knockouts champion.
She's been in NXT for 7 years now.
And I've heard her name, and I thought maybe she was a tag team wrestler at one point I had seen, maybe. But,
she
clue.
was the third wheel with Mandy Rose's group which I feel like is almost the same name as the current group. And she was tag partners basically with Priscilla Kelly. Is that what her name is? Gigi Dolan, did they let go?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, because the announcer, so I think the old group was Fatal Attraction. And now this group is Fatal Influence.
Attraction Fatally?
Yeah. So, like, and Michael Cole and Wade both said both, like, 3 times interchangeably. So I was like, I don't know which one they are, but I went with Fatal Influence. I think that's right. And something I've been hearing, because I really don't follow NXT closely, but I'll watch some highlights here and there. Then I did see that Jayne won the TNA Knockouts Championship as well. But there's like the narrative that the whole narrative is like her win of the NXT title was shocking and came out of nowhere. But then the whole story has been that she's not a good champion. Like, she's just a placeholder. And Michael Cole immediately is like, some say Jayne is the most beatable champion in NXT history. So what does that do for anyone?
Right.
Also, Jayne is good enough for that to not work. Like,
I'll take the other side of the coin on this one.
Okay.
I think them building it that way is good because I got nothing. I was hoping it would come to me. I got nothing. I have no way to defend that.
Because now whoever beats her, they beat the most beatable
surprising when she does win.
So all right, I beat the easiest person to beat in this company. I'm the champion, I guess.
I mean, the only thing that's come to mind is maybe they're going with a little bit of the Flair and the Horseman thing, where it's super beatable and she just gets all this heat because she keeps winning when they know she shouldn't. But even still, I don't think that's the right role for her.
The little bit of NXT that I have seen since she's had the belt, she has really been talking down to her other stable members, and so I was expecting her to lose the belt because one of them was going to turn, just because she's been saying they're useless and they're not helpful and things like that.
I wonder if maybe that was the original plan, and then it came together that she was going to win the TNA Knockouts belt, and they're like, let's keep the NXT Women's title on her too.
Doesn't it make more sense though? I mean, I guess in bigger picture, if NXT is going to take all the belts, but wouldn't it make more sense for Jordynn Grace to win the belt and then go to the TNA pay-per-view?
I don't, because she's been knockout champ a bunch of times, so that's like not new or shocking from that perspective.
I don't think they'll do the storyline long enough before Blake Monroe gets the belt. But they really could make Jayne kind of a star babyface, like have her start winning her matches on her own, like really, grueling matches that she wins on her own, and start to like not need the other two, which pisses them off. They jump her, beat her ass, and then she still continues to be like a fighting champion until she finally does, because someone's really good.
They'll be fatal some other buzzword.
You can
do this all day.
I did, for what it's worth, the knee that she hit when Jordynn was between the ropes, and then that spinning neck breaker was really snug. It looked really good. So there was that. And then, but moments later, then Jordynn got that. She did the spin kick or whatever and caught her leg up behind her head and hit her with that suplex. That also was pretty fantastic. But overall, that was the match that I was just like, I don't feel like this could have been the pre-show. I mean, we want to get eyes on the NXT belt, I guess, but it was what it was.
I was pleasantly surprised with this match. I liked it. I was distracted though for a little while because of the referee. She looks like a worker. Like,
was it the blonde one with the pigtails for this one?
Yeah. So I found her name is Victoria D'Erico. She's a former boxer, but the whole time she was in there, I just kept, every time I would see her, I was like, who's the special guest ref? Like, she just has like a look of a worker. So I don't know if she's training to be a worker or not, but yeah, like it didn't last long, but I was distracted by it.
Isn't that weird that some people have ref face? You look at him, you're like, yeah, you're a ref, man.
That's a ref, yeah.
That's
if
a ref.
If anyone says I have a ref face, I'm quitting the podcast.
Same here. Yeah.
You just got, I mean, sorry, man. get surgery or something. I don't know what to tell you. So you got
Yeah, there's
referees.
definitely people that show up at training, and you're just like, oh, you're gonna make a pretty good ref. Like, you really look like one.
I have
Not
enjoyed every time
threatening.
I've been special guest referee, though. I really get into the role, and maybe I should have been a ref.
I like it too. It's really fun to be a special guest referee.
I think I've only been a special guest referee in one match. I think,
Oh,
and it was in one of your matches, Tim.
I've done it so
okay.
much I actually have a ref shirt with the sleeves cut off, so it's like a tank top.
I
I've
ref
been on
your.
shows where you've driven like 3 or 4 times. So.
I got one of my worst concussions ever as a referee. That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I was there, yeah.
I was literally out cold in the middle of the ring snoring to where Colby Red came over to check on me.
I was out there too, and I was laying there selling, and I see Draven take the bump. I look over, and because I heard snoring, and he's laying there just literally asleep right after the bump. What was crazy, the weirdest thing about that is he wasn't breathing hard. Like, after you wrestle, you can't just go back to regular breathing. Well, he did. He's probably his little brain was losing a lot of oxygen.
He took a nap. He was well rested.
But I will say, to defend myself here, even though I had a bad concussion and I was unconscious, I still got to all the spots and did everything right. And yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
He was real mad when he got to the back though. Real mad.
So like I said, I thought this match was pretty good. The one spot that got very, very messed up was Jayne went for a backslide, and Jordynn stopped her and like rammed her into the corner 3 times, which looked good. But then she rolled through for the backslide. Jace rolls through, comes up, goes for a knee. Jordynn blocks it, and then picks her up for like a power bomb or something. But goes to set her legs on the top rope, and then Jordynn just sits down and kind of bumps, and Jayne doesn't move. And then Jayne just sort of falls to the mat. Like, I don't know what the spot was supposed to be.
Well, you watched this much more closely than I did.
I don't know if Jordynn Grace, like, it was supposed to be like she leaned back into the buckle and then powerbombed her, and Jacy just forgot and grabbed the buckle. So, like, Jordynn went to sit out with the bomb and there was nobody there. I don't know what happened, but it was very awkward. But I thought from there they did pretty good work. The finish, Fatal Influence try to get involved by using the title, but Blake Monroe stops them, takes the belt, and then we get an extremely telegraphed finish where Jordynn goes to whip Jayne in, reversal, and Blake Monroe smashes Jordynn with the belt, and leading to a really good forearm from Jayne. She's got a hell of a forearm. The one she hit to win the TNA belt was vicious. So she rocks Jordynn with that, and 1, 2, 3, she retains. Like I said, I thought she's way too good to be the most beatable champ in the company.
Why give that? Just don't give that award.
That's what's on her T-shirt.
That's Barry Horowitz's gimmick. That's the Brooklyn Brawlers gimmick. Like, you don't have that as one of your champions. Then, so I thought they did have to follow a tremendous opening match. So that was a little rough for them, but I do give this 2.5 stars out of 5.
Me too.
I had 2.25, but I'm right there with you guys.
Okay. Draven's just always a little under us.
I gave it a 3. So apparently I still enjoyed it better, but instead of the show,
didn't know that Jayne's finish was a forearm. So when she got hit in the back with the belt and fed in for a forearm, I'm like, that's it?
Yeah.
If I knew that was her finish, maybe I would have rated a little bit higher, but
I didn't know it was either till I saw it, and I was like, oh, that should be a finisher. Oh, I think it probably is.
It is.
Yeah. And even, like I said, I watch NXT highlights and stuff, and sometimes the show has on, and I didn't know that was her finish either. Like, I knew that's how she won the TNA belt, but I didn't know what her finish was.
Maybe it wasn't her finish before that. And they were like, that looked damn good. You need to start using that.
Yeah.
So the other girl has to run to a corner to do a 450 into a cutter, and this girl just gets the forearm. Man, she took the easy road on those.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm over here doing like a flip back bump with horrible aim, and someone's gonna land on my head for sure. And you just hit somebody. That's
And I'm just gonna hit you really hard.
you drew the
So-
short straw on that. I mean, it's cool and all, but imagine
I
doing
always
that
wanted,
every single match.
Well, I always wanted
Right.
like the lariat or the form as my finish. Like, yeah. You just kind of come towards me, and I'll take care of the rest.
I'm sure when I was her age, I thought if I could do that, I would have been like, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take that bump every day. No big deal. But
Do it now, and you'll probably break. Like,
plus, what are the counters? What are the counters to that? Like getting dropped into something like a neck breaker or landing on someone's knees or something ridiculous. Because it's hard to counter, or you go upside down and someone kicks you in the face. All the options are
Right.
terrible.
yeah,
No, the counter for it is she goes to do it and you catch her and you stay up and you do a reverse DDT or something out of that position.
So she lands on her feet out of that flip. That's more impressive than hitting it.
All she has to do is hook around the back of the person taking its head, and as long as they got a strong base and don't go down.
if the person
that'll look cooler than the cutter.
if the person can kind of like wrap their arms underneath her arms as she goes, and then keep her up, and then suplex a shot of her.
Or
Oof.
pop her up right into a tombstone.
Pull the Samoa
Again.
Joe and just walk away.
So for her to do a safe counter, she has to run basically to do a standing 450 out of the corner and land on her feet. You're like, oh yeah, it's not bad. You only got to do that to make it work.
She's a former gymnast. I think if
Right.
not Olympian level, almost. So I think she's like, yeah, it's easy for her. I bet.
Yeah, those are teenage girls in the Olympics. When you're trying to be a 35-year-old wrestler,
Who amongst us hasn't done a standing 450? I mean, it's pretty simple.
Yeah,
I did one
I did
earlier.
one earlier today. I won't do it again, but I did one earlier today.
I have trouble doing it off the top rope anymore. A lot of trouble. Last
I
time
would
I
have
did a
trouble.
Phoenix,
I would have trouble doing it in zero gravity.
last time I did Phoenix Splash, it was the Booker T leg drop. but a Phoenix Splash. I came
Wait.
around and landed a leg drop.
No, thank you. I don't want to take that.
I was
Hey,
working
the aim-
Warpig once, and the finish was supposed to be Phoenix Splash, and it ended up being a corkscrew twisting double stomp to the dick.
That'll put you down for 3.
It
Hey,
did. He
when-
stayed down. He didn't kick.
Dre,
Still a
when you
jet
did the moonsault and then landed on me and then moonsault, is that what we were going for?
No, I was doing the backflip double stomp like Sanjay Dutt.
Oh, you just happened to land standing on me. So yeah, we were
Yeah.
going for that. Okay.
Good to know.
Oh, I thought you were asking if we were going for Phoenix Splash, and I fucked that one up.
No. I mean, is that what we planned? Is that what happened, or
Yeah.
what we're going? Okay.
I
God,
had
that was
recently
dumb.
worked Sanjay and took that from him. I'm like, that didn't look too hard to do. Let me try it.
Did you hit it?
Tim Guts said different.
Am I the only one to take it, or did you do it to other poor?
That was literally the only time I ever did it, I think.
So fuck you, Tim. Fuck you.
Right?
Where'd Jason go?
He quit.
It's his
Or
floating
he
head right
passed
now, so
out.
we're good.
What is the next match anyway? I got to start keeping notes, or I feel lost.
So there's a little bit of stuff in between before the next match. But then the next match is the 3-way or the Fatal 4-way tag match.
Oh.
Kabuki Warriors, Judgment Day, the girl we've been talking about for the last 5 minutes.
Warpig?
Jason.
Also,
Dead air.
Yes?
Sol Ruca would not get to keep that name if Vince McMahon was around. I think that's too much too.
He would not understand.
Because
He
so Charlotte was Charlotte Flair. Becky Lynch still kept hers. Did Bailey have a last name?
No. It was always just
Oh.
Bailey from the beginning.
Okay.
Vince would see that she wanted to be Saul Ruca, and since he probably just now heard about Better Call Saul, that'd be her name would just be Saul, and she'd have a lawyer.
I think he
See,
would let
look-
her keep the name. It would just get smushed into one name. Salroka would be one name.
Saruka. Sounds like
That's
a
what
Street
I was
Fighter move.
thinking.
Saruka.
Salruka is the daughter of Papa Shango.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Well, before Draven starts doing accents again, let's get moving. So before the next match, we get a couple odd little moments here. So it cuts after the last match to Stephanie and Joe Tessitore. And Joe's like, what do you think about what we just saw, Steph? And Stephanie says that Stephanie tries to say that Blake Monroe had just made her debut the day before in NXT. So I don't know if Steph has been blacked out since then or what, but
I think they meant she actually wrestled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was her first match.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? That was her first match?
She's only been there 2 weeks.
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
Has it only been 2 weeks? I thought it's been like a month or two. Oh, okay. And then the other odd thing is, like, they released Miz, right? He was released. No. Am I? How much of this have I made up?
Wait,
he's off filming American Gladiators. He's the host.
I could have sworn they released him the same time they released R-Truth because
you got Jason in Kayfabe News. That's what happened.
No, he deleted all the same time that R-Truth he deleted all his WWE stuff and then changed his username or whatever.
Yeah.
Username.
Well, I worked myself into a shoot, brother. So
It's kind of weird though that he's the host of the American Gladiators that has 2 active AEW wrestlers on it.
Well, I don't know they're active.
Well, I mean,
they're sabotage. Boom, roasted.
We need a graphic when there's a real good one. Boom, roasted.
Poor Wardlow.
I think he's just off TV because he was hurt, and now he's filming this, and he'll be back when it's done. But who the fuck knows?
Well, that'll be a great 2-week run.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, so he's come back 10 times, and they're still messing up. Fool me 10 times, shame on me a while back.
That's called the Scorpio Sky run. That's what that's called.
Yeah.
So then we get a fatal 4-way for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. The champions, the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez, and what's the little person's name?
Roxanne
Perez. Yeah, those two are defending against the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, Zaria and Saul Ruca from NXT.
So
and
you guys,
Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
Okay, does anyone here play Overwatch? I'm getting to a point. Stay with me.
Used to.
Zaria is the character Zaria from Overwatch with the mohawk and everything. Me and Fee actually looked up pictures of her. I was like, that's like the name in Overwatch, right? And I was like, I think she kind of looks like that. We actually brought pictures, and Fee's like, that's her gimmick, apparently. I mean, she dresses the same as the video game character, has the same name.
I think she has the most badass video screen, like Videotron thing of anybody right now. Like, it just looks like an old 80s action movie with really good graphics. Like, she's staying on top of mountains and she's breaking shit.
Like, speaking of Vince naming people, I feel like that's a Vince name. Just Zaria. That's it.
She's the new Zeus. I did not know that Charlotte and Alexa Bliss were a team now, but man, that has worked out well. Like, Alexa Bliss immediately gets Charlotte over with the crowd. Like, the crowd is all into Charlotte now. And you can tell that they are, like, genuinely really good friends just because their chemistry on screen is so good together. Like, I was like, oh, I like this team. This is good.
Yeah, it saved Charlotte's career, I probably think, because, man, she was headed downward, like, literally getting visible fights with fans because they're booing her and stuff, and just, she seemed miserable. So I think she would have maybe taken a break or just quit for a while if she didn't do this.
I still think that's in her future when she goes back to being a singles. I think all the goodwill will wear off, and she'll be back to this exact same spot.
Yeah,
I think
you're
now,
right.
It just looks like she's having fun, and is just enjoying being out there instead of I have to have the sourpuss look on my face the entire match, and just whatever it was. There's definitely a difference in who she is now and who she was.
Can we rename Boo Boo Face to Charlotte Face because she permanently has Boo Boo Face? So which version of Charlotte's face? It's been updated.
Oh, come on.
3.0.
I don't remember 3.0.
Oh.
It's been a while.
That was before they installed the Bluetooth.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think if they keep her away from, like, the main titles for like a long extended time. Just let her work different angles.
Years.
What?
Keep her away for 15 years.
Oh, I was like, what's that random Charlotte fact? That's how long she's been around? I don't know.
But yeah, I think that would do her a lot of good too. Just coming back and immediately being right back in the main title scene. Like, come on.
Yeah. They've put her out for a year or more at a time, and it just doesn't work. People pop kinda. Before her music finishes playing the first time, people have already turned again on her. Like, there's like, oh, it's Charlotte, that's cool. Oh, no.
This match, I thought was the worst match of the show. Actual match, I won't count the Battle Royal yet. The Kabuki Warriors and the NXT team just were kind of there. Like the focus was clearly Raquel and Roxanne winning. Like it unified them more during the match, and to show that Charlotte and Alexa like are growing stronger as a team and whatever. I just felt like the other two teams were just sort of there for just to make it a 4-way. And I just didn't think the match was very good. I thought it was kind of a drag in the show. And the finish just sort of happens. Like, I forget even what they did now, but it's just like Roxanne dives to the floor and then Raquel powerbombs somebody, and that's it. Like, no fanfare, no build-up, anything.
She powerbombed Sol Ruca. Is that her name? Sol Ruca?
Yeah.
Who is the North American champion in NXT. So the only other person with a belt took the pin.
There's too many fucking belts. I'll say that about WWE, NXT, TNA, AEW. There's just too many belts fucking everywhere.
The backstabber spear combo that Team NXT attempted. Anyone know if they've actually hit that before? I just wondered what it looks like when it actually goes to completion. Because if she speared her, if she doesn't roll out of the way, she's just spearing her right back onto her partner, right?
Yeah.
Also, are we at an age of wrestling participation trophies?
Okay, go ahead.
I was saying, what Megan's talking about belts. Like, you know how we're the participation trophy generation? That was the whole blah, blah, blah. Now it's participation championships. Like, everybody gets to be a champion.
Yeah.
It's the cheap way of getting people over, and it's just been getting used and used and used and used.
Well, also, when you realize that there are so many people out there that will spend $500 or more on a belt replica,
right?
Keep pumping those things out. Like, the next one's just going to be like WWE's Champion of Champions championship, and it's just only one of the champions.
It's called the Crown Jewel title.
Hey, Crown Jewel is now moving to Australia too, so no more heat on this whole Saudi Arabia thing. See, they're spreading it out.
Those belts are $3 million each, and they're not allowed to leave Saudi Arabia. So are they still somehow doing that gimmick for Australia?
Australia better fork over some money.
Make a replica.
Good day, mate. That's not a crown jewel. This is a crown jewel.
This is a crown jewel.
I think I nailed the accent.
You got it.
How many accents am I going to fit into this episode? That'll be.
Well, good ones.
0.
Put a tally like over there.
Speaking of things, people, I would like to put it up to vote.
Stay away from that one.
I would like to put up to vote that Jason is never allowed to say to completion again.
No, that's
I'm
not.
glad somebody else.
All in favor?
All
right. All opposed? Okay, no opposed.
Not even Jason's opposed.
The most apathetic human being strikes again.
Me and Craig.
Watch out saying his name. He'll do something.
Yeah, good call, Paul and Craig.
All right. So I gave this match a 1.5.
Jesus.
Wow.
That's too high? Too many?
No. I gave it a 2.5, same as the last one.
Okay.
I had 2.
Yeah, 2.5.
Draven, what was yours?
Mine was 2 for this one.
Okay. Well, I didn't like it.
You're a sexist, proven.
What? I just gave another women's match 4 stars.
Proven to completion.
Hey, what have you done for women lately, Cash? That's what I want to know.
Well, you got me there. I would say, hey, look at me, I'm showing my face, and that's what it is. But we know that's not what it is.
Does your cat make too much noise? Did you invent kit mittens to get it under control? Well, this is the best place to advertise. The Gang Breaks Kayfabe podcast is actively looking for new sponsors. If you're interested, shoot us an email at thegangbreakskayfabe@gmail.com. Reach a wider audience and support a bunch of idiots.
So then we get the WWE Women's Championship match. Tiffany Straton, the champion, who I honestly forgot was still the champion, defends it against Trish Stratus, which I had also forgot that Trish was kind of like her mentor there for a little while. So there was a whole lot about this that I completely forgot. Don't know if I'm alone in that or not.
No, my favorite part was when commentary was like, when Wade Barrett was like, and then last night we had Goldberg in his last match. So this is basically the same thing. And then it gets cut off with no one ever said this was Trish's last match. Why? Oh, sorry, on with the match.
Barrett was going into business for himself.
It might be her last match, because did you see her hitting on the booking, like saying that they didn't get behind Evolution and didn't give their match and give their promo enough time on SmackDown, and it was a stupid premise and all that?
So listen, what
that's why they were comparing it.
When Trish first,
good.
When Trish first came back, I had to explain to Fee. She's like, "Is she a good wrestler?" And I said, "Yeah, Trish is really good," because she'd never seen her wrestle before. So then, as we're watching Trish, I've had to back off and be like, "She was a good wrestler for then." And so now Fee will ask me, like, Victoria. She asked me the other day something about her. So was she a good wrestler? I said, "Oh yeah, Victoria's really good." And she goes, "For Trish's era, or do you mean?" So now she has to ask which era, because Trish was the best woman wrestler we had at the time, and I think she's just as good as she's always been. But that always been has definitely come. Everyone else is way above that now.
Yeah,
I think
they've raised their game quite a bit these days.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
I was gonna like argue that we definitely disagree, but I agree with it stated that way, because I put that she doesn't age in looks or ability. Like, that's still the same Trish Stratus.
Yep.
I thought it was really good. I thought, not knowing anything about this match, I didn't even know it was going to happen.
Hey, Cash, before you say your star rating, let me give mine, because I think we're going to be way off.
Okay.
I gave this 2.75.
Okay. Anybody else want to give theirs?
Well, going into it, I never once expected Trish to win. So there's that.
Okay.
So there was never the, oh, is she going to do it? And I gave it a 3.
Okay. What, Draven, what'd you say?
2.75 is what I had.
Okay. Well, so just to wrap up the match here, Trish goes for the moonsault after hitting the Stratisfaction. Doesn't get the win, though. Tiffany she goes for the Stratisfaction, but Tiffany gets the knees up, follows it up with an Alabama slam, followed by the prettiest moonsault ever, and picks up the belt. I thought the match was really good. Better than Tiffany's match against Charlotte at Mania, I thought. And I gave it a 3 out of 5. So
okay. I thought you were going to say something crazy like 3.5 for higher.
Not 3. Thought it was much better than expected, and but nothing super special.
Has Trish ever done a moonsault before? This is the first one I can ever remember her even trying.
Well, they even said she's stealing a move from Lita when she did it. So
yeah, I was trying to think if you've ever done one during your feud with Lita.
Weird to try it the first time in your 50s.
Yeah.
Maybe that was her ode to Terry Funk.
Yeah, I don't think there's been anything I've tried new to do in the last 10 years, really. But
Next
I mean,
time I'm just going to try a 6:30. It can't be that hard, right?
but in fairness, I've tried pretty much every spot there already is imaginable. Besides, like, I mean, anything that's high flying, I've tried probably. So
I haven't seen you hit an RKO off a pogo stick before.
that is a new invention. So pogo sticks weren't back in my day; they were banned.
Next weekend.
Well, I think you should one up them, and I think you should wear stilts in your next match.
I might get signed if Vince is still looking for wrestlers.
If you can somehow still hit their destroyer with stilts on, that'll be the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, so here I go. You've mentioned the destroyer. I've got to tell the thing again.
Okay.
Someone's gonna have to let me. And Omega, you need to be the bottom of this. So bottom up. But
The bottom.
I'm not bottom.
Power bottom, though. You can be a power bottom.
Zach Vincent jumps on you and puts a sleeper hold on you. You're walking around the ring. I kick you in the gut. You bend over. I take both. Double-decker Canadian destroyer.
This was definitely an idea that was pitched for one of our matches before. I think it was Zach that didn't want to do it. I was all about it.
Yeah, but why? So you're on board then. No one else is on board with it. Everyone else thinks someone will die, and I'm like, no. And it doesn't help my case now knowing Omega's on board because that doesn't give a lot of validity to.
Okay,
anything.
I'm on board too, though. So
when Zach's
okay.
when Zach's behind me doing the sleeper, as long as he drapes his legs in front of me and I'm still able to bend over, I don't see how it wouldn't work.
It's a lot of weight for you, Omega. That's why it needs to be. You got strong legs. So I think you could power through it, and you've taken the move a million times.
400-pounders give me a Canadian destroyer before, so I don't think it would be that difficult.
But you got to remember, Zach's weight's not going to be coming off of his feet. It's dead on you. It's going to be hard, I think. But I think you could do it.
All right, let's try it out somewhere.
Well, I don't want to break kayfabe or anything, but why are you trying to make this sound like it's like Draven that has to do any of the work? Like, aren't you doing everything? Aren't you making them flip?
I mean, for him to safely land after I bury his head into the mat.
Why do you want him to safely land?
I got nothing.
All right. So speaking of nothing, we move on to the no holds barred.
Turn.
Oh, we're going to disagree on this. I already.
Oh yeah, I think we are apparently. So we got Jade Cargill or Jade Storm Cargill, I guess, is a commentary seems to be trying to get over. Or they're just like wanting to just call her Storm without anything else.
Copyright Marvel.
Yeah. Jade Cargill versus Naomi in a no holds barred match with, for some reason, Bianca Belaire as the special guest referee.
What do you mean for some reason?
What do you mean for some reason? Yeah.
Well, okay, I know
the
that in
whole
the
story.
I'm just saying in this match there was no purpose for her.
Yeah, the purpose was Bianca's going to turn.
On the show.
No, Bianca's going to turn at the end of the match and let us know that she was behind everything with Naomi and the attack on Jade. That's what's going to happen when we get to the end of this conversation about this match, right?
She was jonesing for that. She has been. She's like, please turn, please. And what didn't happen? She threw her arms down.
Yeah,
that was the whole reason for her to be there.
Well, I know my Peacock feed was trash, but I don't remember that happening. So, again, what was her purpose there?
Here's actually why. She's hurt and they wanted her on TV. That's legitimately the reason.
Okay.
She's got a broken finger in her left hand, so she can still count. And she was wearing but that's why. I mean, that's legitimately why the reason. Like, how do we get Bianca? Special guest referee, just throw her in there. The whole story's for her, but that's why.
Well, you're acting like you're on a show that breaks kayfabe. For kayfabe reasons, why was she there?
Because it's a love triangle and she's the one in the middle.
Right.
Double Canadian destroyer is why.
Well, she is a super chill third party. Like, she was just like, yeah, I mean, both of you just do what you want. Like, I'll be here.
Right.
So, let me give my thoughts on this one, Tim, because we're clearly going to disagree here, it sounds like. The match slows to a crawl immediately. As Jade and Naomi start the match on the floor, and they kind of plod through a couple things, like throw each other the stairs, and then they walk around for a few seconds, and like nothing happens. So they do that for a while. And then Jade sets up a table before another spot that allows Naomi to kind of hit her and then walk around for a minute. And then she just digs under the ring, throws all the plunder in the ring. So we're a few minutes into this thing. Really nothing's happened yet, but we've got everything set up now. So one point, Naomi grabs a chain out of a toolbox and then takes her time to make sure that not only is the toolbox shut, but it's also clasped shut. So that was nice of her. I'm glad we had another pause in the action here. At one point, Wade Barrett sounds like a complete idiot by making it sound like the razor blades on Naomi's outfit are real. He applies that by saying that is a very dangerous thing for anybody to wear in the ring. Jade, at one point, puts a trash can over Naomi's head, and it immediately falls off. And Naomi was nice enough
Naomi, put it back on. Calm down. She put it back on herself.
She was nice enough to put that thing back on and hold it there.
See,
I expect that when I watch like a CZW show, like backyard wrestling show. But like, come on, guys, let's.
She's an old school backyard worker. Big deal.
Just keep going.
I will say Naomi drop kicking Jade into the LED screen on the commentator's desk with it sparking and smoking was pretty badass. I like that. But overall, I thought this was the worst match on the show so far. I know I said that about the last one, but I forgot about this one. There was no intensity or urgency, which you really should have in a no-holds-barred match, because that's kind of the whole point. You got to the point where you just want to beat the shit out of each other. The weapons were just sort of like randomly used and then discarded. Like, I know that's kind of how a hardcore match goes, but this one seemed even more like, all right, we've used the trash can and it's gone, and now we've used the chair and it is gone, and now we've used.
They disappear when you drop them. Have you played none of the games?
Don't you know how video games work?
You're right. And then Jade basically just gets her ass beat the whole match, and then a very overly orchestrated spot at the very end.
It's called a comeback, kid. It's called a comeback.
So I gave this, also, again, Bianca, no purpose whatsoever to be there. Nothing happened with her. She was just there, and then she counted the pin. Good job. Good reffing. She is a very good ref. I gave this a 1 out of 5.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say, you sexist piece of shit. That's what I'm going to start with. Because that's
Man, how often do you make comments in Reddit, you fucking Redditor?
Again, it's not that he's sexist, he's racist. What's the one common denominator between everybody in this match compared to the others? Yeah.
And he's really going to like the thumbnail for this episode.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to know.
Become famous.
Yeah, that's way easier, guys. Way easier.
Way to go.
All right. So I gave it a 2.75 because wrestling aside, it was great.
Aside. Oh man, the music was good. They had really good lighting out there. I mean, the makeup was on point.
The story is good. They played characters really great.
So when I watched the match,
did you have when you watched that?
Right.
That's my
the first time around
argument ever. Wrestling, the whole purpose aside.
The first time I watched it, I thought I would rate it higher than when I watched it the second time today. Agreeing with the, hey, we're using the one thing once and now it's gone. Going over and grabbing a planted cameraman's camera, who we never saw before and never see again, who hit you in the stomach, and then just throw it out of the ring as soon as it was done. I was like, what? All I can say is, if nothing else, Jade is happy that she signed up to do a no-holds-barred match for WWE instead of one for AEW, because at one point, Naomi takes her face and is pushing her eye down onto a table leg that she never once even grabs her face to remotely sell it the rest of the match. And then gets the pin.
Wrestling aside,
nor does her eye ever actually even get close, because she keeps fighting it off, and Naomi loses her, and it never even really looks.
I'm sorry, she's trying to keep herself from getting stabbed in the eye at the table. That's your
argument.
argument.
Want what happened to Rey Mysterio to happen to her?
Right. in a company that we know how bad that is. Yeah, I also gave it a 2.75, and I thought that initially it would have been a higher going into it had I not rewatched it. I think.
That's crazy. I had 1.5.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I forgot.
I mean, wrestling aside, it was pretty good, right?
I forgot 0.5s.
Right.
So I would have had this at a 0.5 actually. I thought this was abysmal.
Again, I really thought the whole point was we were finally going to get Bianca turning and saying, I mean, me and Fee in our side messages, we were both together on this, but they just decided not to do anything.
She thought she was going to turn at Mania. She was begging for her to turn. Has been ever since. She's like, so.
Well, you can't be a heel if you only got 9 fingers.
Unfortunately, we continue with another match that I do not have ranked very high. It is the Battle Royal, where the winner receives a WWE Women's Title match at Clash in Paris.
First of all, there's a floor for any match that contains Tiffany Vaquer, and if you break that floor, I'm coming for you.
Oh, well, it's a nice change of paces for me and not for her, so. So since I bet you guys can't name everybody, I'll go ahead and read off the list of everybody that was in this Battle Royal. Yeah, how much time you got here? Nikki Bella, Stephanie Vaquer, Ivy Nile, Nia Jax, Natalya, Maxine Dupree, Zelina Vega, Julia, Kalani Jordan, Jada Parker, mine and Jason's girl, Lola Vice, Lash Legend, Izzy Dame, Tatum Paxley, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, Alba Fire, Mishin, B-Fab, and Candice LeRae.
Just before you go any further, there's a slight chance at least 3 of those names were completely made up and we would never know the difference.
You know what? I really wish I would have thought of that.
Rudy Tootie.
We'd have been like, yep, that sounds right.
Rudy.
They're a team, right? Yeah, on NXT. Yeah.
Yeah, so they have the advantage, really. Like, they can work together in there. Rudy and Tootie. Fruity. So my feed was, like, really bad at this point. So it took me so long, too, because
too many women on your TV, huh?
What?
Too many women on your TV, huh?
I heard you son of a bitch. So I'd have to, like, back out and hit play again, resume. But every single time I did that, no matter how far into the show I was, it would take me back to this one specific spot where Jayne has a headlock on Jordynn Grace. And then I'd have to fast forward to where I need to be, but that would trigger a 60-second ad. So there's another minute.
Oh.
So I don't know if anything really happened when this match got started, but I immediately see Nia Jax eliminating Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame right off the bat. So as someone who doesn't really watch NXT
the first 5
all the
seconds.
time, I still have no idea who they are.
I never once considered that one amongst us was a peasant that didn't have the ad free.
Hi. Yeah, I'm living that peasant lifestyle. That's what I do.
Man.
I don't know if I do or not. I don't remember now that you guys say it.
I did for the longest time, and then I apparently did something in my account because I don't, and I'm not paying extra again. So I'm stuck with it now. So as usual, Natalya ends up looking completely stupid when she tries to do like a reverse worm, like Maxine Dupree. I don't know what the hell was happening.
Did you call her Potato Paxley? Is that what you called that girl?
Yeah, Potato Paxley.
Her finish is called Famine.
No, Tatum. Like Broderick Tatum.
When you were reading through those names, by the way, I swear to God, I thought Izzy Dame was a man in NXT. So that's how familiar I am with their roster these days.
Well, I went back and looked up the names after I started watching because I didn't know who people were. And when I saw Izzy Dame, I had to stop and be like, is that girl that used to cheer on Bailey? Like, I just thought that was her in NXT now.
That's
see, I don't really know who those two are.
I'm with Cash. I thought it was the Bailey fan. I thought it was a Bailey fan. I just didn't pay attention.
No, she's working indies now. She just did an IWC show, actually.
Is she Izzy something though? Like Izzy?
Yeah, Izzy Moreno, I think.
Okay. Is that Bailey's legit last name?
No, I think that's that Izzy girl's shoot name.
It's her shoot last name? Okay. So I was like, that's
crazy stuff.
And her shoot first name, I assume.
If AEW were smart, they'd bring her in to work a feud with Mercedes. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that would be so good.
Right?
Damn, AEW. Hire him, too. I'm trying to get a commentary booth. Hire this guy for creative. I thought, so the only things that really stood out to me in this one, like I said, Natalya looking awkward and just whatever she was trying to do. B-Fab looked really bad. Super slow forearms and looked lost a lot. I don't like her forearms were so bad. It's one of those things where you're trying to do the punches or forearms while you're trying to think of the spot.
She was trained by Top Dollar, so.
Okay, who's the best woman wrestler in this match? Real quick.
In this match.
Yes, Straton. Yes.
Jada
Jason?
Parker. What is our criteria?
I do love Jada Parker. And Chelsea Green's right up there, I think.
Yeah, Chelsea Green's up there too.
Oh, Julia was in the match too.
Potato Paxley is really good, I bet.
Or not.
Fiery Famine.
I assumed that Nikki Bella was winning this because she was doing talk shows and I clearly when you have that many people in the match and they only show the entrance for 4 people, it kind of makes you assume it's going to be one of them. So I really didn't expect Lash Legend to be in as long or look as dominant. So no clue what the plan for her is moving forward, but hopefully there's something.
Did Nia actually have an entrance?
Yeah, because she came out with Mrs. Gargano.
Yes.
There you go.
So those two had entrances. Stephanie had an entrance, and who else?
Julia, maybe?
Nikki.
So I think the original plan for Nikki on the show, I think Nikki was supposed to work Liv. Liv got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Her in Battle Royal.
No, that makes more sense. So after Natty did her silly worm, Natty did the silly worm and got eliminated, Maxine Dupree takes the straps off and makes the craziest angry face that just was laughable. Like, I hope you didn't really think that. And then, of course, she got eliminated. But it just was really silly that that's the face you're going to make because your new buddy gets eliminated.
Look, you don't know how you'd react in that situation.
I've been there, Jason. I've lived that trauma.
All right.
Don't you put that evil on us. Not again.
Sorry.
Can't live through it again. I really like Chelsea and the Secret Harvest stuff they did. I thought they were like some of the only real standouts in the match because they actually had like some pretty decent planned spots for them. I did think they missed an opportunity to do a thing where, so at one point, Alba Fire dives through the ropes, like the middle and the top rope, I think, to save Chelsea Green from something. And I thought
Wade Barrett thought she was eliminated.
What is it?
And Wade Barrett thought she was eliminated. He's like, she sacrificed herself. Like, well, no, that's not how Battle Royal works.
It would have been better if she went over the top and did sacrifice herself, and then Piper somehow does the same thing, leaving Chelsea to have to fend for herself. I thought that would have been a good, but that's not what they did.
So everyone, I don't know how good Lash Legend is, but I hear terrible things. So I've never actually seen her work, but she was better than my expectations, which were extremely low.
Yeah. I mean, she did well as far as like the charisma goes when she was one of the final 4. Like I thought her
wrestling aside,
bacon aside, this is the best damn sandwich I've ever had. So it comes down to Lash Legend, Nia Jax, Stephanie Vaquer. I forget who the 4th. Chelsea, I think, might have been the 4th.
No, the 4th one was Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki. And then Vaquer and Lash team up to eliminate Nia, and then Stephanie Vaquer wins it and will go on to Clash in Paris to fight for a championship. I don't know if we know which one yet. I don't know if a match has been set up.
Well, it'll be her, and then the other one is Jade, because she's Queen of the Ring, right?
Oh.
So ideally, she'll go after Naomi. Spoiler. So I guess that
Stephanie will go after
Tiffy.
Yeah.
So I don't want to jump ahead, but I'm going to forget this if I don't say this. Stephanie Vaquer's victory speech thing or whatever. I think the whole "my first language is wrestling" thing was not meant to be as adorable as it was, but I think that could be like a catchphrase thing for her. That wrestling is her first language or whatever, and she speaks with her wrestling. I think that could be like a money-making merch and all kinds of stuff type of thing she said that I don't think that they're just throwing away as just like, that was cute, and then they moved on. I'm like, no, that'd be really good for her. Like, especially she can't speak English great, and that's her whole thing. Is when they ask her stuff, she's like, wrestling is how I'm going to answer that.
I bet
it's almost like this is a weird comparison, but it's almost like Dean Malenko. Like in WCW, he was not a good talker, so they made him the Iceman, where he's just like a cold, calculated hitman kind of dude. I think that would work for her too. She just goes out there and wrestles, and that's her first language, and lots of merch opportunities there.
Yeah, and I think they're not. I think it was kind of a throwaway line. I don't think they're going to do anything with that.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if you come back around.
Right. That all depends on how many people show up on Monday night with signs.
Mm-hmm.
Can we go back and watch Raw now to see how many people had signs?
Well,
I mean,
probably
Austin 316 was meant to be a throwaway line that they weren't going to pursue until people showed up with signs. So
right.
The way they do it now, probably they have some sort of AI bot that scans
conversations
for people saying, like, talking about that specific thing.
Yeah.
All an algorithm now.
What?
All an algorithm now.
Oh, yeah.
What was your rating, Cash?
Just wait till I tell you about my my theory that our whole life's an algorithm. I got a theory about that, but we'll save that for another time.
That's for a different podcast.
So the algorithm hates women. That's why you're about to rate this the way you are. Go ahead.
Look, what algorithm thinks is not my business. Wade Barrett immediately loses all credibility as an announcer for me from now on because he immediately says that was the greatest battle royal I've ever seen.
Maybe he's never watched one.
So my rating for this. Go ahead, Jason.
5 stars.
That cannot be true.
No, Wade Barrett
Wrestling aside.
He definitely went into Booker T mode and was just like, "Ooh, ladies."
Yeah. When they did Nikki's dance, like a couple of them did Nikki's, he's like, and then Nia does it, he's like, something like, that was the hottest one I've seen yet. Like, something along those lines. Yeah, he was taking up the Jerry Lawler mantle last night or at that show for some damn reason.
Some would call it the Cole Cash level.
Damn it. I don't like this.
Women. He doesn't like women.
I'm weaving a character.
You know what? I'm glad that I know who my nemesis on this podcast is. That's good. That's good that I have a nemesis. So look forward to me coming back at you, bud.
Anything you put on me, I will do myself.
What?
Okay. Anything you accuse me of, I will cause worse on myself for sure.
We won't discuss the puzzle basement. We won't discuss that.
Let's take a tour. See,
Uncle Touchy's puzzle basement. All right. My rating for this, which let me say, in general, if it's not the Royal Rumble, Battle Royals suck. They just suck. I gave this one, just like the last match, a 1 out of 5.
I think it's dumb to rate Battle Royals, and I won't do it.
I was almost there, too, yeah. Jason, Tim?
Go ahead.
I gave it a 2.75 again.
Oh, I feel safe now. I feel I'm in a safe spot.
Oh, there we go.
Tim gave it a 2.
2.25.
2.25. You people in your decimals.
Are using fractions now?
Yeah. I'm gonna start.
We have an international audience, sir. They don't use
Right.
fractions in other countries.
We're
We
big
all
in
know
Brazil.
That's true.
that.
Well,
You
yeah,
know the Bruno Astro.
Mm.
Okay. So then we get our main event of the evening for the WWE Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley taking on Io Sky, the champion. Who wants to take this one first?
4.5.
What?
Well, thoughts on it?
Nope, that was it.
That is my thoughts on it.
I feel with this one the same way about Kenny Omega and Okada. We've just seen them do like 7, 18, 15 matches, how many in a row. Everything just blurs the same. I wasn't interested in this until they actually had the ref bump and went out into the audience. Because every match, I feel like at this point with the two of them is the same. Seems to be solid work, but nothing's different. I get the whole point is Rhea just can't beat her. But the other side is no one cares about Io if she's against anyone else. So they finally go out into the audience for the longest ref bump in history, I feel. She was down forever. I mean, Bianca's rolling around in a ref shirt somewhere. She could have came out. We could have had the blonde ref come back out. Like,
You
we had
sexist
other
son of a
options.
bitch.
You should be ashamed.
Sorry, I didn't do the research on the name. Like the former boxer training to now be a referee. The Razor's Edge powerbomb combo out of the corner looked rough. And yeah, that was about what I had.
My main thought for
the
this
match.
one is just that I think Rhea is the best women's worker in the business right now. I don't want you guys to hold it against me that she's not on the AEW show I booked. She can't be on it. That's really the only thought I had. These two always have killer fucking matches. This was no exception. I liked
chemistry.
the cash in. I didn't expect the cash in, so I liked it here. It did it wasn't even in my mind as a thought. It actually did surprise me for once.
It was great.
I wish it seemed like it's going to be Naomi and Tiffany. So yeah,
I wish it would have been a little smoother with Naomi not hearing the bell ring and like turning around with the briefcase and Io sitting there and then she turned back around and was like, ring the bell and then hit her. But the visual of her up on the turnbuckle holding the belt with the bloody nose and everything is something they're going to use in promo packages for years.
And so are we for thumbnails.
So again, like Draven and Tim have said, I think these two have incredible chemistry in the ring together. Every time they have a match, I'm fond of them having matches over and over again when they're this good. Rhea being unable to beat Io, I think, adds so much to their matches against each other because it actually makes Rhea vulnerable, which is very hard for it to happen. So I think it just has an extra layer that's really good. The ref bump, she took a hell of a drop kick, Mr. Drop Kick.
She's a worker.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
She wrestles in a mask on NXT's one of their lower shows.
She was an indie worker from Maryland before she got signed to be a ref, and they kind of made her stop. But now that they're doing Evolve, they're letting her do a masked character there where she gets to work.
All right, well, that makes sense. So we get a pretty cool, once they go out into the crowd, we get a pretty cool spot where Io dives off a stack of equipment boxes. Back in the ring, the referee is alive once again, and Io hits the over the moonsault for a 2 count. Ripley goes for Riptide off the top rope. Io reverses it into a Spanish fly, and both are down, and out comes Naomi, cashing in and getting the title. So I thought the match was fantastic. I gave it a 4.5 as well. It's the only decimal I did. Like even with the cash in was quick. It didn't, fuck up the flow of the match. Really, the match was pretty much to a point where it was over. I didn't expect it either. Now we continue with Rhea still not beating Io, so it leads to more. I thought this was great. And I the Draven said that he thinks Rhea is the best women's worker in the world. I think it's a toss-up between these two. I think Io's right there with her. I think she's great.
I think she's great, but she's 1B. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big difference. Just Rhea's marketability and like she's got all the
purely
non-wrestling.
in ring. I think purely in ring.
Oh, wrestling aside, is what you're saying.
That's the tagline for this fucking show.
I think purely in ring, her and Rhea are like 1 and 2.
She's good. I wouldn't give her the number 2 spot.
Bianca.
Really? And just WWE or women's wrestling all over?
Oh. My take is too hot for us to start down this road.
Man, you really underrated Tony Storm.
Mine's Mercedes.
I think they're both. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't think that's overly a hot take. No.
Yeah, now that they've been starting to let Mercedes have like banger matches instead of just like heelish chicken shit stuff, like she's actually just working her ass off. And
she could wrestle a Broom or a Britt Baker, and the match will still be good.
Yeah, that's about where I was about to go. But
I think my number 2 overall is kind of a toss-up between Mercedes, Willow Nightingale, and Vaquer.
Vaquer. Oh yeah, Vaquer.
Oh, I do love all of them.
What about the lady?
What about what?
All right, so the show's
Tim forgot about his lady.
So overall thoughts on this one, the show didn't have like any of the same build up as the first one, but I thought it mostly delivered. The opening and the closer definitely, made this one stand up higher. There was a couple other matches that fared relatively well to keep it up, and then there were some stinkers, I thought. But overall, I thought the show was really good. As we talked about, having a woman on commentary would have done wonders for this. Having Naomi cash in and present, like, we don't get a clean finish once again now is even good for the heel cash in thing.
We didn't get Jason and Omega's rating. We got Mean Years.
Oh, I thought, okay, sorry. Jason, your rating for the main event?
Oh yeah, I sounded really harsh, but I still gave it a 4. Like, I still enjoyed the match. It's just, for everything you said, they're still solid. It's just it needed something to separate it from the other matches, and I think the outside work did that. So I still gave it a 4.
I was going to go 4, and then they did the cash in, and I really liked it, so it elevated it to 4 1/4. I'm going to start using fractions.
All right. And Tim, you had a 4.5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Overall thoughts on the show?
I thought it was great, actually.
I thought the opener and the closer were great. I thought the middle was bleh.
So much better than what was expected based in the build-up and not even really knowing when I sat down to watch it what matches I was going to be seeing.
So I wish other WWE pay-per-views had this many matches. Triple H does like the 4 matches sometimes or whatever. I think that's too short. This was the right amount of matches for a card.
I agree.
I think so too, yeah.
You get 4 matches or you get 2 nights. There is no in between with this man.
So what prompted us reviewing this episode was Tim and Jason both putting over Evolution very, very strongly. I don't remember, Draven, had you seen it yet at the time? No, so neither of us had seen it. And I think Tim said something like AEW, like there's no way AEW can have a show, something like that. So me and Draven both disagree and said we could both book a show that would be just as good as Evolution. And we both have. So
I think you should go opening match, each of you, and go back and forth.
Okay.
And I'll even tell you who I think was closer to. I mean, you guys are saying equal to, but closer to equal to because I don't believe it's going to happen. So go ahead.
Okay, I'll go first. So my opening match is a triple threat for the TBS Championship. So it is Mercedes Moné versus Willow Nightingale versus Tay Mello.
First of all, you blew your whole load in the first match. It's all your good workers.
Maybe.
That's a solid open.
Okay, let's hear Draven's before I.
It's funny because I said I try to keep the same structure as Evolution, and it seems like I might have kept the same structure as Cash because I also have a triple threat for the TBS title. Mine is Mercedes versus Ruby Soho versus Athena.
Okay.
I see what you guys are doing. You're giving me two proven women, then you're putting me trying to sneak one in there. She's a Lyra.
It's the same
Valkyrie.
structure, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And Athena used to wear wings, so kind of like I said.
There you go.
Okay, so you both use Mercedes, and we're going to go ahead and automatically say she's as good as Becky Lynch. That's fair, right? If not better.
Better.
Okay, so then who's your Bailey in that?
Willow.
Athena.
So who's better, Bailey or Willow?
Willow.
Pretty equal to me.
I'll go equal, but I can't go Willow's better. I just can't do it.
No, Willow, especially after seeing like her New Japan, like stuff outside of AEW. Yeah, I prefer her.
Okay, and then who would be your guys' Lyra?
Tay Mello for
If
me.
you had Tay, I had Ruby Soho.
Neither of them are as good as Lyra.
I'd say Ruby's close, but I agree that Lyra's a little bit better.
So
I
will
didn't
say,
realize Ruby was still in AEW. So
Yeah,
she's about ready to come back. She was out having a baby.
Okay. Okay.
So for mine, I didn't.
Congratulations.
There's only one.
If you're listening.
There's only one outside woman I use, and that's just because they don't have any legends in AEW. But all of my people here are the active people they could use now. Like Jamie Hayter's hurt, so I didn't put her in there. Mine's as realistic as possible.
That's fair. That's a very fair way of doing it.
Well, I went
You could have
unfair.
made her.
I
You
just
could have made
used
her a
Of
rep.
course,
I used whoever was on the
Cash
current roster.
Cash used like Roman Reigns and Kenny Omega. He's men because he
Smart.
can't.
First
Now,
of all,
for what
Romania Reigns versus Jackie Cena. So, I don't know what you're talking about.
I do think both matches that me and Cash have put forth would be better than what we got in the triple threat at Evolution.
So Tim,
no way.
Tim's not agreeing with the first match.
Well, I know. I'm saying would be equal to, because your match inside the ropes could have a chance of being better. Could. But I also think there's no way these women would pull off this story is what made this match better. There's no women in there that could have done these parts as far as the story goes. So that was a wash, in my opinion. You might get cooler spots, but you're not going to get storytelling that these women pulled off. Even though I'm not saying it was groundbreaking, but Ruby
What
Soho.
you're saying is wrestling aside.
Wrestling aside.
Wrestling
Yeah.
aside.
Yes. Wrestling aside. But yeah, they're better at all the other stuff.
So we're going to just have Tim review the storyline of the match and promos for them from now on.
It's a part of the match. It's what makes the match better.
You're right. It's just you seem to want to get rid of the wrestling part of that match a lot.
No,
Right.
that's what I'm just saying.
Good
Maybe.
old Vance Russo over here.
I think if you ran the match 10 times, the average score would be better on the WWE side. The average score wise, but there would be some higher blips on the AEW one out of the 10 times they ran it, where they pulled off something really cool. So I'm saying they would have some more 4-star bangers, but they'd also have some 2 stars, where the WWE one would be 3 consistently.
All right. Drop it in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think either of mine and Draven's matches match up to the
But your
Evolution?
guys, it would average out to 3, is what I'm saying. You guys would still be in the same near level, but I still don't think you consistently say it would be better, because it has a big chance of being worse too.
Okay. Well, my next match
All
is for the ROH Women's World Championship, and it is Athena defending against Alex Windsor.
I haven't
Okay.
seen enough of Windsor to know if she is any good or
Right.
not, so I can't really
Hey,
judge on that
wait,
one.
what's our equivalent on the Evolution show? I don't remember what.
This is the
That
NXT
was Jacy, Jayne, and
title.
Jordynn.
Okay. Draven?
I went similar style. There's no title in this one, but it's like a lower level. So I have Billy Starks versus Yuka Sakazaki.
I don't know what just happened.
So I will give Cash his. Sounds more on par, but I disagree with Draven's. I don't think it would have been as good as Jacy, Jayne, and Jordynn Grace.
What? I don't think that match was good. I thought it was fine. You don't think Billy
I
Starks and
agree.
Yuka could be fine or better?
I don't.
Yeah, no, I think Draven's match would be on par with what we saw, and I think Cash's match would probably be better.
Which is weird because I haven't seen anything of Windsor, so I don't know. Like, I guess I don't know about that one.
She's the closest thing I can think of to like a Jacy Jayne. Like,
so the most
You mean
beatable
the
champion.
most easily beat champion?
Most beatable person for the roster. Yeah.
Well, that's her new nickname on this show. So
Next up, so this is like I cheated here a little bit, and we can take the title out of it because it doesn't exist. But I went with an AEW, like this is the first ever AEW.
Dog, don't you give them another belt?
I know.
Right out on you.
You
Either
don't
way,
you
it's
do
out.
it.
We can take the belts out of this, or this can be to crown the first ever women's tag team champions. So, with the teams I have in this Fatal 4-Way, Julia Hart in Sky Blue versus Taya Valkyrie and Tekla versus Harley Cameron and Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne.
Now tell me what match you're comparing. What's the Evolution match?
The four-way tag.
Four-way.
Judgment Day, Charlotte and Alexa, Kabuki Warriors, and NXT team.
Who's your Asuka and Charlotte in your match? Please do tell me.
You mean my Asuka and Kairi Sane?
No.
No. Yeah, you said
Oh.
Io wasn't in it.
Probably don't have on that level of those two, but you still have
It's a
really
tag
good
match. It's a
I mean,
tag
the
match,
star-
so we shouldn't be looking at individuals.
The star power is there, but the in-ring skill, it's there.
Yeah, well, we also want to sell tickets.
Wrestling aside here. All right, so mine, same thing, four-way tag. I have TJ, Anna Jay, and Ty Mello versus Megan Bayne and Chris Statlander, the big giant Haas team.
Statlander, man.
Versus Julia Hart and Sky Blue versus Shida and Riho.
I think you used your Statlander card too soon. You should have saved that. That's a good card to play because she's great. She's great.
Those two tossing around everybody else in the match would be fucking amazing.
So
Yeah,
you
no,
guys
I mean-
so my criteria apparently is different. I'm also expecting some star power to at least be on an AEW star level. Like I know Charlotte's bigger than every woman in AEW star level, but her equivalent in the company, I don't think that have to be. I mean,
Well,
Shida's had
also-
the belt 3 times, so Shida's close. Tony Storm's had it 4 times.
But in the match that we're specifically comparing it to, it wasn't a Charlotte match. Like, she was just part of a tag team and was only in there for a couple minutes.
I know, but I mean, she's just as much a part as any of those other women in the other
one
match.
of the most featured performers for sure, I thought. But to go into your, we want to sell tickets here, all that stuff. So this card was barely announced. And I don't know how many extra tickets Charlotte and Asuka specifically sold. So I don't know how deep you want to get into
They're definitely add-ons. I mean, they're not like they sold. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, if you go, we have these women on the card, and you're using the entire top. Their entire top has some of the greatest women's wrestlers maybe ever.
Well, yeah, but we got to work with the roster we have.
That's what I'm saying. You need more. There's no main event. Okay,
The main event of my AEW show would be Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. Like, what do you want from us?
Okay, that's kind of fair.
I think so far we have both presented cards that would.
I think Draven wins this one for me as the better women's tag.
Okay. Well, apparently you just want to ixnay my Taya, Valkyrie, and Thecla tag team that I dreamed up on.
Yes, I do. I would
very
like.
much like to also.
All right, so next up,
He used Statlander, which is cheating, but he did
don't,
it. So
don't worry, bud. Don't you worry. So the next match, I didn't. So it would have been comparing it to Tiffany Straton and Trish Stratus, which was for a women's title, a championship. But since there isn't another, like, you know, the world title's busy elsewhere, so all that. So this isn't for a title. Instead, it's a 2 out of 3 falls match between Jamie
you're giving
Hayter.
gimmicks. You can't be like,
Okay, take the 2 out of 3 falls match out of it then. Still.
let's make them all Hell in a Cells. It'll be way better.
Yeah, I said that at the beginning, right?
Okay, Vince.
So, okay, we'll take that out if you want. It's just a regular match then. Jamie Hayter versus Serena Deeb.
Better than Trish and Tiff? Yeah.
Wrestling
again,
aside, I hate to keep saying it, but
at no point did I think Trish had a chance. Like, with those two, it could go either way. Like, yeah, no. What you got, Draven?
Mine here, I'm admittedly going to take an L on because I think you guys are going to shit on it right out of the gate. But I took the Legends aspect, and I'm like, what legend could they actually get? So I got Lita versus Thecla.
you are right. We are going to shit on that.
Listen to the explanation, though. So Lita, last time she worked, she couldn't do a whole lot, but she's got that name value. Thecla is a ball of energy and has the character work to back it up. She could pinball around the ring for Lita's limited work.
You
and
can
still
make
get a-
Lita look real old, is what she.
Well, my match isn't looking so bad, no, is it, Tim?
It is not. I do appreciate the effort of trying to get a legend in it, though. I mean, that deserves some points.
I also am pretty sure you are on record, and people listening, you can go back on our YouTube and check out the archives of AEW TF. They are now all on our YouTube. Almost all of them, if not all, but this time audio versions. And Tim, I think you have been on record as saying Serena Deeb is maybe one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time. So I would say by what you said earlier about Trish, you think Serena's better than
So
Trish.
listen, here's the Serena Deep thing. Wrestling aside, she's terrible.
Okay,
That's not a
sure.
fair thing to say.
Is she not? Wrestling aside, she's awful.
It depends what the criteria is. Is the criteria waving a flag? She's pretty damn good at that.
Only Hacksaw Jim Duggan has done it better. So,
Right. Wearing a robe to the ring?
Well, I guess I was trying to book a professional wrestling show.
There's where you messed up. You even said PLE. We want a PLE. Is what?
No. I'm bleeping that every time somebody says PLE in this podcast from now on.
That's a lot of work. So if you have that much hate, if you have much hate in your heart, you let it out.
Give it a fun soundbite to cover it up with every time.
I'd rather it just be him going pay-per-view. Really robotic. Like over top of it.
Pay-per-view.
I like that.
Head over whoever's face, yeah.
Okay, next match on my card is the no holds barred match. So comparing this to Naomi and Jade Cargill, and I booked Chris Statlander versus Thunder Rosa.
Use the stat card. Good call.
Who's the special guest ref?
Do we have to have one?
Oh,
well, then that's not an apples to apples.
Okay.
So you lose, Draven.
Oh, no, I got it. I got you with special guest.
He didn't forget a ref. I know he didn't.
With special guest referee. Who's that little short girl that was there? She's on the roster right now, I don't think. With special guest referee. What's Madison Rain?
All right. I guess.
That's a good ref grab for, I mean, of all the people it could have been. That's all right.
Put on the spot. Yeah, that's a good pull. So my version of this, also no holds barred match. We're getting round 3 of Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker, with Rebel as the special guest ref who gets knocked out, and then Jamie Hayter comes out as the next special guest ref. Double refed you there.
There you
go.
I like the line of special guest referees.
Cash didn't have one special guest referee. Draven
Right.
had
You got two.
It makes so much sense because the whole Thunder Rosa Britt Baker feud was around the friendship of Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker, and Rebel
Right.
was involved. And
Draven, you don't need to argue anymore, buddy. You won.
Really?
I beat the stat card. Really?
Wow.
He did. I thought for sure, that was a comeback. You had it right there in your hands with the stat card.
Statlander versus Willow in a hardcore match, and seeing what Thunder Rosa can do. Thunder Rosa and Chris Statlander, no holds barred.
Hey, wrestling aside, Draven's was better because it's got so much other stuff besides wrestling.
I'm my audience.
Draven definitely did AEW booking there. I'll give him that. His AEW booking is better because you would have to just know shit that happened years ago to know why this is happening now. So
hey, a hard to follow story is still a story.
Okay, so up next. So in place of a battle royal, I hope you'll grant me this. I did a gauntlet match where the winner receives an AEW Women's World Title match.
Well, an average gauntlet match is much better than an average battle royal.
Okay,
this match, the WWE match would have been better as a gauntlet.
Herein lies the issue. AEW's women's roster, I believe, is much better than you think it is, and I also do firmly believe that a AEW women's pay-per-view card could be booked and be just as good as Evolution. However, the depth of their roster is definitely not anywhere near WWE, so I struggled to find enough people for a battle royal. So instead, I have 2, 3, 4, 5 people in a gauntlet match.
And there was only 5 people we cared about in the battle royal, so it seems even still.
Okay, Cash has failed this one, Draven. Let's see if you can do better.
Will you give me a 5-person King of the Hill match?
I'll give you a 5-person battle royal.
King of the Mountain?
5-person battle royal. Let's hear it.
I'm trying to meet in the middle here. I want the King of the Mountain match for this one.
Yeah, you make it King of the Mountain, you win.
You give reverse battle royal or nothing.
Female pay-per-view, so shouldn't it be Queen of the Mountain?
Yeah, Queen of the Mountain.
No, Draven doesn't agree that women can rule over anything, so.
Okay, so anyways, my match involves, I'll just give you the talent involved here. So I guess compare these 5 to the however many were in the Battle Royal. And you're going to shit all over this. Marina Shafir, Yuka Sakazaki, Queen Aminata, Deonna Purrazzo, and Hikaru Shida.
Jesus, man. Oof. You should have just said you forgot about the match and not even given me that.
I have one banger left. It's all the talent I got left.
And point proven to Cash. Now, Draven, let's hear what you got.
I have a battle royal.
Okay. Are you going to elaborate?
No, it's just a battle royal, just like the other one.
Oh, he doesn't know either. And I demolished as well.
What? No, I literally have battle royal written down. It's just the same thing.
Who's you got to have a battle royal? Who do you have? We had Stephanie Vaquer and Julia.
We have Red Velvet,
Baddie,
Lady Frost, Aya Valkyrie, Deonna Purrazzo, Serena Deeb.
The other 4 that I said.
Queen Aminata, that Shuri girl that just debuted in the Gauntlet, and 2 more.
Marina Shafir.
No, I'm not saying it.
It's better not to have a
Penelope Ford and
Kiera
as a
Hogan.
surprise return. Nope. Penelope Ford and a surprise return, the bunny.
Jesus.
It's AEW, so there's always a wild card.
Okay, I'm not going to justify
shows. I didn't know we could do all of that.
I'm not even going to justify your guys' answers on this one. So,
fine. Battle Royal. I think a Battle Royal is the same as a Battle Royal. I don't rate them; they're the same. I win.
Stephanie Vaquer is in this one with Julia.
Okay.
Chelsea Green.
Yuka Sakazaki, dude.
I don't know what that means, but I'm saying it.
She's amazing. So, anyways, my main event.
I feel like you're doing the joke that they did on the SP Awards, where he's like, Shane Gillis is like, and we got 4-time WNBA All-Star here, and they show this lady on camera, and she like waves and smiles, and everyone applauds, and he goes, "Yeah, that's my buddy's wife. I knew none of you guys would know what a WNBA player looks like. So you guys could say a New Japan name, and I don't know, maybe
I
that's."
said 10 AEW women's names for my battle royal just there.
Why do you assume New Japan?
Because they are. That's who they have a working relationship with.
You could be from Stardom. You don't know.
That is New Japan.
Could be
You don't know that?
CMLL.
Right. What, CMLL?
Anyways, my main event is for the AEW Women's World Championship. Timeless Tony Storm defending against Mina Shirakawa. A proven match.
You fucking sicken me.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Wow.
You would put that against Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky and think it could be on that level.
I don't have a lot of people left to pick from, Tim.
We should have wasted your good ones in the beginning. I've said this.
What is wrong with Mina?
I took Tony's the champ. She's got to be in the main event. She's a really good worker. And I took who I believe is the next best worker in AEW. Tony defends the title against Willow.
I mean,
That
I
would
like
be good.
Draven's better, but it's still not Io and Rhea.
It's not that far off, is what I'm saying. To me, the rest of the card that I booked is better than what we got at Evolution. And yes, this match is a little bit worse, but not that much worse.
I mean, I'd be willing to watch to watch both of your shows and definitely fast forward through a couple of the matches on each card. But
Thank you.
Dare you fast forward through Thekla and Lita.
right,
You were very polite, and Tim could learn a thing or two.
I would fast forward through the Lita match and through the how long is this gauntlet gonna last?
How long do you need to last?
Matt?
What do you want to be positive about it?
So, Draven, I will say yours is cash. Yours is
What? No.
I didn't see what you did for me. The camera's off to the.
for the ref. I gave you a. It's better than I thought it would be, but Evolution's a better show. Top to bottom, you watch both those shows. Evolution's better. Wrestling aside, Evolution's for sure better. But you guys, some match qualities might have some cooler stuff in them, but the women cannot pull off the same. Like that triple threat story, your women cannot pull that off.
That is
They're
a
not
lie.
mine.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
But
Also,
I kept the same format. I didn't know I had to keep the same story for the match. Like no match would live up to that first match because it doesn't have that exact same story for you.
well, no, I'm saying could they pull it off? And
Right,
I don't
so
think you
next
can
I don't
put
week-
want
women
them to
in
pull
the-
off that story. I'm not booking that story. I'm booking something else.
But that's what you need to do for next week. So we need you to book the stories that led to these matches.
All right,
No-
so
no
just
more than-
pretend that
We'll just
Athena
keep building on this
is
every week.
long-term friends with Ruby Soho.
Okay. Okay, I can picture it. Okay, continue.
well, I do want to, Draven. How hard do you think it would be for you to completely change all of the graphics and the name of the podcast and everything to Wrestling Aside?
I quit.
Because man, that is a pretty good name for a podcast. Yeah, I mean, I guess we were just trying to book like a compare, like but it would be just as entertaining. And of course, as my nemesis, you go against me.
Hey, you know, it'd be a really great review thing is we watch something that's completely terrible and everyone knows it's terrible, like some of the worst cards ever. And then we do Wrestling Aside. How is
So
Any
what's
viewer would be into that?
what's the one where Jake pulls the snake out and pretends it's his dick?
Yeah, Wrestling
Heroes
Aside.
of
That was
Wrestling.
entertaining. That was entertaining. Wrestling Aside.
We should do that one.
Mm.
All right, well, Tim, next time I see you, you can't expect a glove to the face and a challenge to a duel, sir. So
A coal miner's
Oh,
club?
so here I got a question for you guys. I was listening to Jim Cornette and talking about the tag match from AEW, and they were talking about they're building this up like it's gonna be one of the greatest tag matches, blah blah blah. And he says, and he goes in the past few years or whatever, and he goes, well, actually the best tag match in the past 20 years was in AEW. Jim Cornette said that, and then he said it was FTR versus Juice and Jay White. Do you guys remember that tag match?
Yeah.
It went 55
Vaguely.
minutes, if I remember correct.
Yeah.
Yes. And is he right in saying that?
I would have to watch it again.
It's up there, but I still don't rank it as high as Young Bucks versus Kenny and Hangman.
Kenny and Hangman.
Because wrestling aside, does it have the
Right.
same story as the
Does
other
it
ones?
have the exact same story?
The Briscoes and FTR.
Yeah,
Amazing.
those
You can
were really
pick-
fucking good.
You can pick any one of those, and it's better than that Kenny match.
No. I mean, close, comparable, but man, I need to go back and watch that because you're shitting all over it, and I need to make sure that I still want to.
And then I want you to watch one of the Briscoes and FTR. Those matches are almost perfect.
Yeah,
most
I mean,
FTR matches are.
I can't argue with that.
I mean, I accept the homework.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, I do want to mention I tried to watch. So, do you guys know anything about Mystery Wrestling? The
Yes.
promotion that Evil Uno runs. So
Just
the
from
other
the
night,
clip.
I was on YouTube and the Mystery Wrestling 17 was starting or was on there. So I was like, oh, sweet. I haven't watched any of this. So I watch it and I thought like I was going to get to watch the whole show. So I was pretty excited about it because I really enjoyed what I saw. And then it just stops like as soon as the second match starts and the video goes away because apparently like it's through their Twitch, like a subscriber thing. But in the first match, this gimmick is so good. So all four guys that are in this match, it's a four-way, they all come out to the ring wearing cloaks and like hoods so you don't see who they are. And then I guess because it's mystery wrestling, they're revealed one by one, so the crowd doesn't know who's in the match until they're revealed. Anyways, the fourth guy was actually carried to the ring by referees and laid in the corner. And then they take his robe off, and it's a dude named Jason Exile, and his gimmick is that he's Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh my god, I'm in.
He'd never moved from the
Say no
corner
more.
he was laying in. And throughout the entire match, Uno is just constantly reminding us all that Jason XL is definitely alive and definitely not dead. And then I really, really thought like, oh, the finish to this is like everybody's down and he like there's music playing.
He
gets
jumps up.
Yeah.
But no, he never like he doesn't breathe really or even move a muscle the entire time. And then the match ends and then the referees just come back out and kick him to the back as Uno was like,
That is good booking, and let me tell you why. Because if they carry that on for like 10 or 20 shows, the second music hits and he gets up dancing, that pop is going to be so loud that it's worth that 20 shows of doing nothing.
oh, I agree.
100%, man.
Right.
I agree too.
Man, it was hilarious. Like Uno's just constant reassurance that that guy is alive.
That is amazing.
And then the next match, which I barely got to see, I just got to see the introductions to, which was hilarious. So it's between Kristara and Casey Diamond. So one of them, I think Casey Diamond, she's been around for a while, I guess. Like she's, and then Kristara is pretty good. But the way they're introduced, the announcer lets us know that Casey Diamond is currently in the middle of her menstrual period, and that Kristara is lactose intolerant, and unfortunately, she did eat some cookies earlier in the day that were made with milk. So they're both holding their stomachs and like whatever, and the match
So
starts
as far as
with them
this is the
trading
best thing
punches
ever
to
for
the
Tim.
tummies.
Wrestling aside, this is great.
Yeah.
Right, Tim?
I was going to say,
But
wrestling aside, this is
I-
the best
hey,
company in
Hey,
wrestling.
you stop there. I'm already sold. I'm there.
So it cuts there. I don't know what happened from there, but man, I'm gonna try to start checking out clips and stuff of theirs. Like it looks fun as hell.
all the clips I've seen on their Instagram and their YouTube that they post, it looks so fun. The commentary too, they rotate between, like, it's Evil Uno, Colt Cabana, and Nyla Rose, who she's actually really funny on commentary too.
This one, there was a guy named Jason Danger, something Danger. He's apparently a worker, but he also does commentary and other stuff. I don't know who he was, but this was like his first one commentating with him because they needed somebody else. And then at the very beginning, as it's starting, I could not hear Uno. Like, his mic was really low and his mask was covering what he was saying. So I was sitting there like, oh, this is going to suck to try to sit through. And then since they stream these on Twitch live as they happen, and Uno and the other guy can see like the Twitch stream and stuff, there were apparently people on there being like, hey, man, we can't hear you. So like on the fly, Uno was like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't hear me. And he adjusted his stuff. And I was like, oh, awesome. So like that was a cool little, like, the audience is really kind of running the show. So yeah, shout out to Mystery Wrestling. It looks awesome and fun. We'll have, if we can get a full show sometime, we'll review it.
Oh, I like to none of us see it going. All of us watch it, same time and react to it. That'd be
a good one if we could, do a watch along.
We'll see if
all right,
actually records, because the last couple we've tried haven't even recorded. So
hopefully people are seeing this because we've been trying. But make sure you follow us on socials. We have, I'm sure Draven will make sure they're all in here for you guys. But we have Instagram, we got Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Discord,
MySpace, AOL Instant Messenger, Yahoo Mail.
Yes. But yeah, if you follow us,
ICQ.
Follow us on there. Give us a follow. If you join our Discord, there's different channels so we can have, we'd love to have a community shooting the shit about pro wrestling. There's show suggestions, things like that. So join our Discord, join all of our socials, follow us, like us, subscribe, do all that stuff. And make sure you like and subscribe to this video. And you can go back into the archives and listen to the audio versions of AEW TF, which apparently we did a lot more than I remember. But it is where we reviewed AEW shows weekly, and it was during a time of it was kind of a renaissance of AEW, maybe. Like hit like a pretty good period.
Yeah, it got too good for us to make fun of, and so
because we started it out with me and Tim not being fans,
yeah,
and shitting all over it, and then quickly we were like, oh, "Fuck, that was really good," and that was too, and this, and then we just became fans of it.
Well, CM Punk showed up too.
One of the episodes I uploaded today was 46 minutes, and the description's like, well, this show's not as fun when the shows are good and we don't have anything to make fun of.
Oh, yeah. So check those out. You guys got any last words?
Oh, God. Are we dying?
You heard me.
Is he murdering us? Oh, my God.
Just
I hope I get
you.
reincarnated as Weekend and Bernie's wrestler.
Yeah, and you say you can't work anymore, Megan. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
You got to be pretty good to get that over. I'm not that good.
All right, see you guys.
Nobody disputed that. All right.
Cool. Oh, no, that's a fact.
I said you could try.
No,
yeah,
you can do it, buddy.
He can't. Guys, stop. Don't encourage it.
All right.
Yep.
Everybody, thanks for watching. Comment below. Bye.